Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing and Trading Live. My name is Josh Wilkes. Today is Tuesday, September 19th, and we are just right after the open, about 8:39 Central Time, and markets are, I don't want to say mixed, but a little slower of a start here today. Yesterday was kind of an indecision day. Markets opened up just a little bit lower, just like today, but didn't really show a whole lot of opportunity yesterday. Markets were kind of stagnant. They went up. They ended up for the day, but didn't really do much on the day. So today, what we're going to discuss is the open. TKO is on the market now, no longer WWE, showing some consistency, showing some positive movement there since that merger of, I forget who it was, Endeavor owning 51%, and TKO, basically the UFC and the WWE combining forces to create TKO, the new ticker symbol for WWE. So we'll cover that. Not a whole lot of movers in the markets today, so we'll just do a quick overview of the market, do a quick show for you here today, and then any opportunities moving forward. But we'll do a market overview with the major indexes. We do the ETFs just for ease here on the show, and we look at the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, the IWM. We'll look at gold and silver. I don't believe we talked about gold and silver yesterday, so we'll check those out. As we know, there's risk in trading. This is for entertainment purpose only, mainly mine, but hopefully you find it entertaining as well. That being said, the S&P 500 currently at 442.91, gapping down ever so slightly on the day, but showing some strength as the market has opened now for about 10 minutes, currently at 442.87. Dow Jones, 845.53. This one's still the same thing. This one actually gapped much lower than the S&P 500 did here today. Now, about the same thing. It's actually showed positivity for the first 10 minutes, but now a little bit down on the day, ever so slightly as far as from the open, but yet gapping down on the day. And the Qs, which is your biggest loser in the day, opened up about at pretty close to the close of yesterday. Oh, actually, no, gapping down big time. Yesterday had a pretty decent day yesterday, opening up low and then closing at the low of Friday. So it actually showing a loss for the day, but a positive day from the open. Today gapping lower. And since we're about 10 minutes in, it is at the high of the day, but not really doing a whole lot. 369.61. IWM, the Russell, this one gapping up on the day and showing some more strength. So actually, this is the only powerful one in the day. The IWM currently at 182.91. You know, my mistake, we did look at gold and silver yesterday. We looked at silver only. We looked at the silver ETF, which was SLV, and that gapped up yesterday, showed some weakness, and then actually closing the day at a positive. Same thing today, gapping up as well. We're a little weak on the day, so I'm gonna say this continues to go up. We do have it's bouncing off a demand zone that's on the third time. I'm surprised that actually worked. We do have a demand zone a little bit lower that we've been liking to want to be able to sell some puts on, or if the volatility is low enough and you can get calls cheap enough, that might be an opportunity as silver. If you want to own silver at one point, it might be a good opportunity for you. So that's your SLV silver, which is 21.33 ETF. Let's go to the spot price for silver. Spot price 23.27. This one has the demand zone that looks much better at that $21. 21.5 area. I do like that one. Gold, $1,933.99. This one's got a demand zone much lower. Now, I don't really see any major supply and demand on any higher time frames or even any lower time frames. So this one's still continuing that slow downtrend, but yet we have that supply overhead around 2,000 and then the demand lower right around 18.24. So for you short-term traders, I'd say we're right in the middle of the curve. So that's your highest probability for your short-term trading. But that being said, you have your own plan, make your own decisions on that. Crypto market, HNT up about 4% of the day. This one's really looking pretty good. Monday showed some positive movement. So really we're up about 12 cents on the week. Very positive for HNT, Helium token. And Bitcoin, same thing, showing some strength yesterday, but dropping down, but bringing back those gains back up to 27,204 even as of right now. Crypto market is a 24/7 market. This does not close. So that one is open around the clock. Let's get into your stock market. BHG continuing to be a dog, dropping down all the way from 20-something dollars, 21, 22, down to $6.37. Wah. It's too bad for that Minnesota company. They're really struggling there. They really need a buyout to really get something going there. They had a split on the stock back on May 23rd, a 1-80 split. And still not really doing a whole bunch. So just too bad for that stock. Here, which is Turtle Beach, continuing that downtrend for the past month and a half, down to $10 even. Tesla had a rough day yesterday, down 1% or 2%, maybe even 3%. Let's peek at that. Down yesterday about 2.1%, right around 2%. So Tesla was struggling yesterday, but showing a little bit of strength here today. Rounding out your stocks, Qualcomm up over 1%, Lowe's up 1% and 3.3. American Airlines yesterday. I mean, I gotta look at those options again. There's some potential opportunities with American Airlines. I believe Dropbox was an opportunity. I'm going to take a look at those a little bit later. AMC continuing the slide. TKO. All right, let's get into TKO. TKO is the old WWE, really mirroring those prices. Looks like they have some dividends coming up here on the 14th. Well, they just had some dividends on the 14th. And again on the 21st. $3.86. So I don't know what's going on with that one. But showing some consistency, showing some strength here from the lows of August 31st of $93 back up to $104. So TKO showing some consistency, some consistent growth. So maybe that stock will continue. Really not any supply and demand zones that's near current price. So I'm currently not trading this. We've been talking about this stock for a couple of years now, and this is one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda back when it was down to $30-$40 when we first started talking about it. Just wasn't in the plan, wasn't in the cards. Down to $29 back in 2020. So this stock up 235% in the last couple of years. So woulda, coulda, shoulda. There's always going to be another opportunity. That's why you got to stick to your plan. We've had if you want to look at the archives, there's a session on trading and investing plans and how to follow those, what to put in those, and that way, if you want consistency or want to build consistency in the markets, it will take that investing plan, and you just stick to those rules, stick within those steps of the process. That way, you can back test, make sure you're doing your process. And having positive growth moving forward if that is your goal in the financial markets. That being said, there's your quick market update. Market's not moving a whole lot today. Let's look at the news and see if there's any potential news that could drive something today to give it a little bit of a boost. Let's go to Forex Factory. Canadian dollar had a few things here today. Nothing for the USD. So I'm looking at this to be a steady mover, slow, or not a whole lot happening here today. Wednesday. Oh, here we go. So we got the Fed funds rate tomorrow. That's why. Expected to stay the same. So that's all at 1 o'clock Central Time. So we got the Fed funds rate currently at 5.5%, forecasting to stay at 5.5%. So that is most likely why the market is just waiting for tomorrow to see if there's anything really. So what's going to happen if they don't raise interest rates, or they do raise interest rates? That'll show some big movements, but the statement is what is most likely going to show the movement after the announcement with Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. He'll be talking probably right at 1 o'clock or 1:30 or whenever that he is supposed to come on. Yeah, it's 1:30 tomorrow. And they're going to be talking about what the forecast is, what they're going to be doing moving forward, and that will give an opinion to the markets and will probably show some either strength or weaknesses off of that 1:30 press conference. So be careful with your short-term positions, especially around that time, and don't trade the news. As my good friend once said, trade the clues. As always, protect your losses when they are small and collect your profits when they are given to you. Until next time, retire young, my friends.